SSK Z9 versus the #1 ranked infield glove. This happens to be a wingtip, but it's still a Rawlings Pro 200, 11.5 inches, 11.5 inches. Can SSK actually get onto our glove list? That's the goal. First things first though, these both need broken in just a little bit more. Okay, so they're both a little bit stiffer than I would like. I do want to show you the form though. Really liking both of these so far, but they also are very different. Hang on. Okay, you guys are used to this. You've seen Pro 200s before. They're pretty deep, right? I'm actually wearing this traditional. I was going back and forth between 2 and the pinky traditional. I'm gonna go traditional with both gloves, that way it's the same. But here we go. This is the Z9. It has that slight flare to it. I'm actually really liking the shape. Like the fingers are shaped beautifully. Like good job SSK, fantastic glove so far. So the depth and shape of these gloves is actually pretty similar. Check that out. They don't look that different. Both of our heels are pretty wide. This might actually be slightly wider than the SSK. And then check out like the actual depth. They're pretty dang similar. So yes, they're super similar. There's one major thing that makes them feel just completely different. So it's this welting here. Because of the welting in between these fingers, it actually has a way more flat feel on the back of your hand. Now this is obviously a wingtip pattern, but there's nothing in between the fingers on a Pro 200 model. I know it seems like a very small detail. This adds a ton of comfort. My point is just by looking at these gloves, that's the main difference. All right, time to actually work on this thing. I'm noticing a problem with this break-in. So the whole glove is like breaking in at once. It's kind of like the leather is almost stretchy. What I want is to have a thumb hinge and a pinky hinge and then the palm to stay back and in when you close the glove. What's happening is everything is closing all together. Like I'm saying, it almost feels stretchy, like it's all just one piece rather than having like sections. I'm not having that problem at all with this. I have my thumb hinge, I have my pinky, and then it's sort of this bowl-like effect in here. I think this is being caused by thin padding. So there's very little padding here in the heel, and then the thumb and the pinky are both thin as well. So there's really no separation between this and our palm. It's basically gonna take a little bit of extra work to pound our palm in and make it stay while the rest of our glove is closing around the ball. All right, truth is, this has been way easier to break in, and I don't mean that I have to hit it less. I just mean that it's taking a shape way quicker, and the shape is a good one. I have my thumb, I have my pinky, and that palm stays back for that bowl-like effect so that there's a pocket. Our SSK has not been the same. I'm having to be a little bit more specific with how I'm breaking it in to try to make that thumb be separate from the palm. So far, the internals of this glove, I'm not like a huge fan of. Let's see if I can fix that just with a better break-in. My gut is telling me that for the average person out there who doesn't know what they're doing is more likely to mess up an SSK break-in versus the Pro 200. Small amount of ground balls, plus they're all just really soft and casual, but it is glaringly obvious that the shape of the Pro 200 far beyond outperforms the SSK Z9. And it's interesting because I actually really like the build. The way the fingers are shaped, thumb, pinky, the depth of the glove, everything about this I really like. It's the break-in process and the way that the glove actually performs. Don't like it. This is pretty hard to show on camera, but the whole glove is closing shut rather than just thumb and pinky kind of swallowing it while the rest of the glove stays kind of back. I want that pocket, but it's just not happening. It's like I'm just kind of squeezing the ball rather than the glove hugging and holding the ball. Guys, this is hard to explain, but I mean, Pro 200 all day. It's not even a question. Well, you guys, as a reminder, I just like everything about this glove except for the actual internals. They're just not there. It's not giving the glove like the structure that it needs. So it's kind of loosey-goosey all the leather is kind of moving together rather than having a nice structure and form to it. The Z9 is like this close to fitting in the same category as A2000s and Heart of the Hides, but instead it's in that subcategory of like, yeah, it's a really, really solid glove, but not top tier. We have to acknowledge the price difference. 300, 230. For 230, guys, this is great. I mean, this is above average for sure for that price range. Now, what I will say, I'm gonna save up the few extra dollars, pay for the Heart of the Hide every time because it is a better glove. But if SSK fixes those insides, it fits in that same category. Good for them. That's awesome. For anybody wondering what glove you should get, BallGloveKing.com. You can go there, check out the glove list. We also have merch. Just check it out. Support me if you can. Love you guys.